Welcome back to another video, and today I am talking about Tales from Retail. I hope y'all enjoy, and like, and sub, and comment, and all that type stuff, and let's get into it. Crazy lady thinks delivery driver is part of drug cartel. I work part-time at this store, and we get a bunch of crazy/rude people, but this one stood out to me. At this part of the day, I only have 1 hour left in my shift, and my manager had me do the monthly training when the delivery driver for RedX, don't want to say the real company's name, was looking around for manager and just settled on talking to me. The conversations are not 100% because I have crappy memory, but here are the people. RedX driver, which is already me, psycho nut job, and store manager. Well, just got weird. What happened? The lady over there, points in the printing department, is accusing me of stealing her faxes. Side note, we do print and fax if it wasn't obvious. Me. Like you picked up her papers? No. Our delivery driver. No. Like I took her fax off the airwaves. Me. Stares in confusion. The airwaves? Delivery driver. Yeah, she thinks I am stealing the info off the airwaves. Me. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. At this point, my manager comes in and tells her the story too. I think both of us just chalked it up to just another customer that does not know how technology works. So we go back to doing what we were doing for the next 10 minutes, and the driver is outside in his truck finishing pick up the packages when the psycho nut job approaches my manager. Hi, I need to talk about your driver. Yes, what's the issue? I'm still doing my training, but fully paying attention to this convo and only 6 feet away. Well, I don't appreciate him being next to me while I'm sending these documents. They are very important, and I don't want him pulling the information off the airwaves. What? Blankly stares. My manager takes great care not to anger the customer and makes sure they leave happy. I know he's in the truck with his equipment stealing my information. I can't feel the magnetic pulse of his truck, you know. Yes, she really said that. I don't remember everything, but you can be sure I remember that. Nods. Okay. These documents are very important that I need to send to the feds. He's over there with all his equipment stealing my information because I have critical information that RedX is running a drug cartel, and now everyone in here knows. Pardon? Huh? What? At this point, I'm not even doing my training. I'm fully looking at her wide-eyed. She continued on saying things like, I work for a tech company. I know what I'm talking about. And then trying to explain how how faxing works using airwaves and how you can pull information with magnets. My manager, who I think was on autopilot, just says whatever she wants to hear to not set her off. I think that the convo lasted a good 5 to 7 minutes after everything was done. I just started laughing with my manager about it, and I went home not long after. But wait, there is more. So the reason I'm posting this, and the reason I call this lady, psycho nut job, and not Karen or crazy lady is because I was talking to my manager about the event, and she had told me that the driver couldn't work. He wasn't let go, just some time off, because the nut job followed him and attacked him, getting herself arrested. So I hope she got the talk with the feds that she wanted. Yo, okay. She earns the name. But that driver got delivered something else that I think he was expecting. Our next post is from Never assume what language a person can or cannot speak. This is an old story, happened about 2008 when I was young, interpreted stock person at only a big box all-purpose store, including a grocery section. I had a working knowledge of where pretty much everything in the store was all over the grocery store department. It had its own specific stock team, so I wasn't knowledgeable there. Now, two things I note here. I am of Lebanese descent. I work in South Florida at the time. For those that don't know, South Florida is a significant Cuban population, but not so much Middle Eastern folks. I got confused for Cuban all the time because I had the darker skin tone similar to a lot of Cuban folks. I also speak fluent English, Arabic, and French. I was born and raised in the Midwest, so my accent gives no indication that I might be of Middle East heritage. On this fine afternoon, I was wheeling back an empty tub back to the stockroom after having emptied one out of one department over. Walking through my main aisle next to the grocery store, I hear, "Excuse me." Not rude, but definitely not polite either. I turn to find the Arab equivalent of a Karen. Let's call her Khadija. Khadija is a 30-something looking woman wearing yoga pants and a skin-tight shirt, a really fancy hijab, and jewelry because that makes sense. Standing with her husband. I grew up in a prominently Lebanese community in southeast Michigan, so I definitely know the type. Conversation goes as follows. "How can I help you, miss?" "I am looking for a specific item, but I cannot find it." "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not as familiar with the grocery section, so I'm not sure where it is. Let me grab one of my colleagues for you. One moment." I could see one of the other customer service guys in the grocery section, so I radioed him to come over and help me. "He'll be here with you shortly, miss." "Thank you, but I'm hungry. I'm in a hurry. I thought you worked here and you knew the store." "I'm sorry, miss. I don't really work in this section." Colleague is coming right down the aisle now. To the Kajabi, to her husband in Arabic. "They always get these stupid kids to work at these places, but they don't know how to do their job. This fatso does not know his head from his butt." The husband gave Khadija or whatever a look, probably because he saw my expression turn from my customer service smile to my frown. I had internal debate about what to do next when her husband spoke. Her husband, "Stop talking. I think he understood what you said." Of course he didn't. He's an idiot. He does not know his hands from his feet." It's an Arabic idiom. Does not translate the best. Me in Arabic. "Actually, I understood every word you said. I do not appreciate being called fat and stupid, An older lady like you should know better than to insult people trying to help you. Worse, you wear a hijab like a hypocrite, pretending to be devout, yet you abuse your perceived social lessers. You should have some respect for yourself. Khadijah looked at me like she'd been hit by a damn truck. Her olive skin turned ghost white, and she sputtered at me. You speak Arabic. Obviously I do. Maybe next time you'll think about before you insult people when you think they can't understand you. Khadijah grabbed her husband's arm and dragged him out of the store, completely mortified. I could hear her husband yelling at her in Arabic that he warned her not to be a B-word all the time, especially when she doesn't know who understands her. I wasn't personally that offended, but I won't deny it. It was satisfying to scare some sense into her. Well then, that's something else, man. Uh, yeah, people really need to learn to just keep their mouth shut when somebody's trying to help them. Because, goddamn, do people talk way too much when somebody's trying to help them. Especially in another language, they will just talk and talk and talk and not even care. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoy your rest of your day. Like, sub, and subscribe, please, and thank you. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.